What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical average American here today to react to some shocking things about life in Sweden. So, to be honest, here in the United States, we aren't taught anything about Sweden, and we aren't really exposed to Swedish culture, and so we have no idea what life is like there. So today, I really want to take a look at this video here and learn about 7 things that are normal in Sweden, but are very weird for us. So let's take a look.
Number one on my list is the shoehorns. Let's just do this first one like a band-aid and just rip it off.
A shoe horn? Is that what he said? A shoe horn? What is a shoe horn?
We'll get the most controversial thing I'll ever say out of the way. Everyone here in Sweden has at least one or several of these in their homes here. And
What? This thing? This? Oh, is that what it's called? What's weird about this? It's not like totally shocking or anything, but is this like very common in Sweden? But for some reason, yeah, like I've seen this thing before. I don't know where. Like, yeah, I don't know where. Maybe like a shoe store, maybe like once. But I've seen this thing. We don't use this. I don't own one. I never really think about this. So it's weird that this is so popular in Sweden because it helps you put your shoe on, right?
if you don't know what they do, they basically help you put on your shoes.
Look, I've been around the world, okay?
Yeah,
Whatever
yeah.
it is, I'll understand. There is nothing about this I understand.
I think
I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely not like shocking. Like I understand the idea. I don't know why we don't use this. I don't really have any experience using it. Is it very helpful? Like if it helped me put my shoes on quicker, but I can put my shoes on pretty quick. Does this thing help? I don't know. It just never caught on here in the US. I don't know. I've never thought about it before.
I think these are overrated unless you're older or physically can't bend down easily to put on your shoes. So you will never see me use one of these, and that's all I have to say about it.
So I think he's American as well. So he has like the same opinion where it's like, yeah, I mean, I guess it's helpful, but I'm already pretty good at this. But is this like you see this in every Swedish house? Is it like that common?
Two, when you go to a restaurant in Stockholm for either lunch or dinner, your portion size is going to be the same. And despite that portion difference, your lunch is still going to be cheaper. And it's great. You're basically getting free food. But that's different from a lot of places in America where
Hold on. Your portion sizes are the same no matter if you're having lunch or dinner. I mean, I would say in the United States, I mean, for one thing, let's be totally honest, our portions are huge here in the US. Like, we're kind of famous for that, I think. And it's true. Like, you get a ton of food, especially when you go out to a restaurant. You get a lot of us are used to it, so we eat the whole thing, and maybe you get a little too full, but we kind of like it. And I guess there's a reason that Americans are like also very unhealthy, but we love it. And if a lot of times people like ask the waiter for a box to put the extra food in because there's so much food. There's like extra that you can take home and eat later that night. It's great. And they'll bring you a box for that. Now, with that being said, I guess usually dinner is a bigger meal than lunch. Dinner, I actually thought that was just normal. Is that just an American thing? So is he saying in Sweden, the portions, like whether it's lunch or dinner or breakfast, they're all very similar?
When you go and ask for the lunch portion, it's going to be cheaper, but it's also going to be a lot smaller than your dinner
Sure.
portion. Number 3 on my
Yeah, okay. That's true. At some restaurants, you can even choose between the lunch size and the dinner size. Even if it's dinner time, you can choose the lunch size. I don't know why you would do that, but it's a little cheaper. But so that's just not a thing. Oh, okay. So for a lot of Americans, this would take some getting used to. I mean, even just looking at these, right? Like, is this the entire meal? Like, for the really shocking thing would be how small this food is. Is this supposed to be an entire meal, or do you get all 4 of them? That would be a meal, or it looks way too healthy.
It's going to be cheaper, but it's also going to be a lot smaller than your dinner portion. Number 3 on my list, when you go to a grocery store or some other stores in Sweden, the cashier is usually sitting down. And if you're a Swede, you're thinking, that's just common sense, right? No.
We don't have
Really? This is shocking, but I feel like it shouldn't be. In Sweden, the people who operate the cash register, they get to sit down. You are not allowed to do that in the United States. When I was a teenager, I worked in a grocery store as a cashier. I literally did that when I was a teenager. You are not allowed to sit down. For one thing, there's no chair to sit down, but they would never let you sit down because it's viewed as lazy. It's like you're not working hard enough. Like you need to be. It's weird. Is that weird? I think that's weird. I've never really thought about it. It'd be nice. Of course, it'd be nice to sit down. And a cash register, like a cashier, that's a perfect job for sitting down. Like it makes so much sense to sit down. Why are we torturing ourselves? In Sweden, you sit down? That is shocking, but I feel like we could learn from this.
that in America.
For
What?
some reason, it's frowned upon for cashiers to sit and work at a lot of stores in the US, and some people get really upset when they see cashiers sitting and working. But don't
I don't. Yeah, he's right. That is very common in the U.S. It's because it's viewed as lazy. I don't know why we want to watch people suffer like that. This is a good one. This really makes me question, why do we do this?
take my word for it. Here's some proof. I went to Quora and random Americans are saying things like, this is not Europe. To sit is to be seen as lazy. Only Aldi cashiers sit in the USA.
Okay, so that's what I thought. I don't care personally. I don't think it's lazy. Now, if I saw somebody sitting down like at a cash register, I would be thinking like, "Oh wow. That's different. Wow. Yeah. They must be loving life." Like that's not normal. That's lucky. This makes so much sense the more I think about it. Sweden, you guys have this figured out. I agree with you.
I am a cashier in the United States for 24 plus years, and in my opinion, sitting on your butt while ringing up people purchases don't look professional. I mean, that's why I don't like Aldi's. Plus, Aldi's is a generic store, and in my opinion, their food is not all that good.
Yeah, there's Americans who are crazy. I don't care at all if people sit. That's fine. As long as you're doing your job, I don't care.
And also my personal favorite, because other countries are lazy and not in the shape health-wise as we are. And that one's especially
Say, trying to call Americans healthy.
stupid because according to the Bloomberg Global Health Index, the US is the 35th healthiest country in the world.
Yeah.
That's behind Sweden and also pretty much every single European country.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Americans know this. Like we're under no delusion. We know we're fat and unhealthy here. Yeah, I know that.
Sweden is ranked 6th, by the way. All right, number 4 on the list. There are a ton of parents walking around with strollers here in Sweden.
We need to talk about the BABEE.
A big part of that is because everything is super walkable here in Sweden, but it's also a really big part of the culture that both of the parents are generally really involved in kids' lives.
You have strollers. It's normal here in the US to have a stroller. How else are you going to push your kid around? Now, with that being said, one of the most important things about your stroller is that it can fold up to go in your car. Maybe that's different. It's very important that the stroller can fold and go in the car and out and in and out and in, because that's what you're doing, like practically speaking. Both parents should be involved in the child's life. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like that's normal in the US too.
Also see that with the really generous paid maternity and paternity leave that's mandated by the government, and all the companies are pretty accepting of it as well.
Oh, wait, what? Did he say paternity? Paternity? Like the father gets time off? The father gets to, like when the baby is born, the mother, like in the US, the mother gets like 2 or 3 months off of work. A lot of places aren't happy about that. They really give you a hard time for maternity leave here. And you might not even get paid for all of it. And you might have to use some of your vacation time. But people do what they gotta do. There is no expectation for the father to get off work. That's not a thing. Like when my kids were born, like I have to use vacation days. If I, like, you can take like a week off, and they give you a hard time about that. You're telling me in Sweden, both parents get time off for the baby. So that's why he's saying both parents are more involved in the baby's life. Whoa. Yeah. I feel like this is something that Americans, like, we don't even think about this as something we should change. We just think the way we do things is normal. But it's not. Like, it does. I would so much rather it be like whatever Sweden is doing, like the government mandates that parents have time off. That sounds great. Yeah, like we don't even think about this because we don't even know that's an option. What?
Let's talk about the weather here in Sweden. There's a really popular phrase that's, there is no bad weather, only bad clothes. And that kind of hints at the incredibly boring weather here in Sweden. I mean, you have your spring, you have summer, fall and winter here is not the best generally, but I am here to report that there is definitely a such thing as bad weather, and you can go to this entire section of the US to find it. And
for the most part, I think the United States is pretty good. Like, if you go to Florida or California, I hear it's amazing. I'm in Indiana, which is in the red, so I guess it can get really hot here, but the winter isn't bad. We barely have winter. For Sweden, I hear like Sweden is pretty far north, right? pretty north, so it gets pretty. I heard it just gets really cold, right?
A lot of the Midwestern US, you're glued to your TV when storms hit. There's nonstop weather coverage, weather-related TV specials, and storm chasers.
Oh, okay. I thought he was talking about like in general. In general, it's like it can get kind of hot. The winter isn't too cold. Like I actually think it's pretty good, even being in a bad part. I think the U.S. is pretty mild, from what I hear. But we can have pretty great like tornadoes, storms, flash floods. It does happen. I guess I'm just kind of used to that. It's not all the time.
The meteorologist at the Tulsa station that I worked at was basically a household legend, and I'm not exaggerating.
He is the king of the Tulsa weather scene. We call him Travis Mine.
Okay, I don't worship my weather guy or anything. I just use like the phone app. But so he's saying in Sweden, we're talking about like storms, like rain and thunderstorms. You guys don't get too much of that, is that right?
People take their storm season weather very seriously in parts of the US, like in Oklahoma, and since I moved to Sweden, I have not had to look at my weather radar once.
What? Really?
But what are you waiting for?
I don't know. Something amazing, I guess.
Number 6 on my
Right? What? Cause this is actually interesting because I've heard in like Scandinavia, you guys have really intense winter. It can get dark, really cold, crazy snow. So I thought it was kind of crazy. But this is a different point of view. You guys have all that, but you don't have this crazy thunderstorms, wind, and tornadoes and floods. So you don't. That's actually pretty cool. You don't have to worry about that. So it's kind of like a trade-off. That's actually cool.
list of things in Sweden that would be a culture shock to Americans, Swedes love queues. When you're at a lot of stores here in Stockholm, odds
Queues?
are there's probably a queue unless it's a grocery store or another small shop.
Oh, a line. Do you call them queues? Well, if you're in Sweden, you speak like Swedish, right? So whatever the Swedish word is for a queue, or we call it a lot, like waiting in line. You guys wait in queues a lot?
So even if there's nobody else in the store, you should probably be prepared to pull a number from a machine and wait until an employee brings up your number.
Oh, this would really confuse me. Oh. Yeah, I'm not used to this. Oh, I didn't know about this. This is like fancy technology to me. You have to like get a number? There's only one place I've ever done that, and it's at the BMV, where you get your driver's license. Like when you go in, you have to talk to them about your car and your license. That has a number, a waiting number thing. I've never seen that anywhere else. This is common in Sweden to like, you go in somewhere and you pull a number and then they call you up when it's your turn. It sounds very, very organized. I don't hate it. That could actually be really good. It's very clear and organized. I would have had no idea to do that.
And finally, if you live closer to the equator and have a somewhat normal amount of sunlight at nighttime across the year, then you're going to be pretty shocked when you're here in Sweden. Winter is pretty rough. December 21st is the shortest day here. It has
Okay, I'm glad we're talking about this. I thought you guys have crazy winter.
only 6 hours of sunlight, but when you get to the summer here in Sweden, it's great.
Did he say there can be 6 hours of sun? 6 hours? Like for the whole day? 6 hours of sunlight? I don't know if we could survive in that.
It's almost never dark. On June 21st, the longest day, there's more than 18 hours of sunlight.
What? Okay, so you guys... Huh. It's confusing. You guys have like the extreme of both. You have the most darkness, the most sun, the cold. It's just like because of where Sweden is geographically, you have the extreme ends of both.
If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like,
Okay, I did enjoy this video. This was fascinating, especially seeing a fellow American. Like, I think he lives in Sweden. All these things that he's noticed. I bet Swedish people don't even think about this stuff. This is stuff like that an American living in Sweden notices because it's different for us, normal for you. And he's absolutely right. So many of these things are weird to me, or at least would take time to get used to. The truth is, once you get over the shock, I actually really like a lot of these things. Maybe not the darkness in the winter, but like the queuing, the numbers, and like some of these things, the paternity leave, right? Taking care of your babies. Some of this stuff I really like. I actually think we should do some of this. So even as weird as it is, it makes sense. So this was really cool. It was like a whole different Swedish perspective. So anyway, if you enjoyed this, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment, especially if you're Swedish and you understand all this stuff. That'd be cool to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.